All right, welcome everyone. My name is Frank Klesitz. I have a firm called Viral Marketing, VYRAL Marketing. Tina is a client of our firm, and you're here today to hear from her. And I am just your listener's advocate to ask the right questions and guide the discussion a way to honor your time for the next hour to get the most information, most usable information possible to help you achieve the goal of why you registered for today, which is how to build your database to get more listings. And what's a database? Well, it's a list of relationships of past clients, your centers of influence in your sphere, maybe your long-term lead nurtures. And I have the whole write-up here on the webinar to make sure that what you registered for, what we promised you, we deliver today. All right. So with that, Tina, the floor is yours. Everyone knows why they're here and what the promise is. Why don't we just start off right to the chase? For those that anyone that don't maybe know you and they just maybe got invited to this, if they register because like the topic, why don't you give everyone a little bit of lay of the land of your team and your production, your background for a few minutes to set the context of the story we're going to tell of how you had to reconnect with your database?
Yeah, so welcome everybody. I'm excited here with my friend Frank, who encouraged me to do this. I'm like, we're gonna go live, Frank. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that 25 years in the business. I started out in Michigan when I was 23. So this is like my first real job, but a job that gave me so much purpose. As I navigated through helping people solving their problems, I realized I got pretty good at it. The first 7 years of my career, I always say that I was basically letting the business happen to me. And I think a lot of us are in that world where we just kind of wake up and we don't know what our day is going to look like. And we hope that someone calls or we hope that someone sees our social media post. And then that's a business where it's happening to you. And it's a very slow, painful growth process because there's no strategic, moves that grow the business. And after 2006, because everyone says eight, my business tanked in six. In Michigan, I went from making 150 grand to 40,000. So when you base your business and life on 150, and my husband was making 150, and then all of a sudden one of you is making 40, not good. So it crashed and burned, and I prayed about the business and possibly leaving the business. I opened up all in a day design. I was literally going to be an interior designer. I got my first two clients, went to their house, started decorating, and then I discovered Mike Ferry. He emailed, something about this action workshop. I figured, well, I have nothing to lose. I was literally leaving real estate. I went, and what I saw there was a system. It was like, oh my God, you could pick up the phone, you could learn a script, and you could cold call people, and they would like give you an appointment. This is amazing. And so I started doing that. And my business went from 40 grand back to 150 in 12 months. And then I was like, I could leave Michigan. I literally have a plan where I could go to any town USA and I could make cold calls and I could build a business fast. And so we decided to pack up our son, who was 4, and move to Raleigh, North Carolina. And so when we moved down here, the first 4 years, I sold the first year 30 homes, 50 homes, 80 homes. My fourth year was like 130 transactions, all on cold calling. Smile, dial, and make a pile is what my coach would say. And so, did that work? Yes. But here's where I made a mistake. And that's why we're in this training today, is because when the market changes and you're doing one thing, all of a sudden you haven't really built relationships. And I sat there, I could go pick up, the phone and get a cold lead, but I didn't do anything with my database. I was working so much harder because I wasn't having client events. I wasn't marketing to these people. I was just smile, dial, make a pile, burn and churn, burn and churn. And so your database is so important. It is a financial document. It is your retirement plan. It is your freedom, really. And so after the markets, started to shift and I got burned out, um, I started to build a team and I added two, three, four, 5 agents. And what I found was most agents didn't want to smile, dial, and make a pile. They didn't want to get on the phones at all. And so I was now faced with, oh God, not everybody can do this or wants to do this. I have to figure out a different way. And so we started to do more database marketing. We hired Frank and did viral. We got in front of our clients. We had more parties. We had more events. And we started to see that our business shifted from 80% was cold calling and only 20% was like relationship building to now the business today is 65% referrals. 60%. We have 30% is leads, Zillow, Realtor.com, all of that. But we're really proud that, 65% of our business comes from past clients now. And it's not as hard because they like us. Um, so that's my story, Frank. Now our team looks like I'm out of production. I moved my business to EXP. For the last 5 years, I've been building the organization and my team. We're 50 agents at Call Group. I no longer list or sell properties. I'm more in the operations, the back end of the business. And this year, we'll sell 700 homes. So we're definitely different than when I started.
What an incredible journey. What a great
Yeah.
story, Tina. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So,
Now, even to transition to where you had to rebuild your database, what year was
mhm.
that where I think it was what, 2021, 2022, right in there, you're like, we got to kind of change not only what you're doing, but what the agents are doing to become more database focused. Can you take us back to when you had that realization that you had to change your focus of where you got business for your team?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, once I started to step away from being the cold calling machine, which was me, that's how I was addicted to cold leads. I mean, that's just the reality. And I actually didn't like calling past clients. I didn't like that warm and fuzzy. I would rather just burn and churn. But when I realized if I was going to step out of the business and the agents weren't willing to do this, we're stuck. We're stuck. And so, Zillow and Realtor.com and all that, it's literally it can be burnout. And when you think about it, if a cold stranger costs you $400 per lead, why not spend $4 on someone who already knows you? And that's where I didn't really realize like spending the time on the database, spending the marketing dollars towards that database and loving on them. It wasn't a quick result where I could like go, oh, I spent this much and I got a lead. But it long term it was. And so, I think it's just because, like somebody told me this before, you're not broke because of Zillow or Realtor.com. You're broke because your cousin's best friend sold with someone else and they didn't know you were in real estate. So that's a database problem. You're
Hmm.
not on social media. You're not in marketing media. You're not staying in front of them. You're just burning and churning through the leads that you're finding online. So we refocused and we started doing the things that I never thought I would enjoy, um, which was hosting events and getting in front of them and writing them emails and sending them videos, which ended up turning out to be a really good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move into if someone's watching this and they can relate, cold calling, buying leads,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you're in that Mike Ferry mindset or world, which is interesting because Mike for years has always talked about database. This is
Yeah.
a
Oh,
new
yeah.
thing for him teaching, but it
It's part
seems
of it.
like you tend to gravitate toward the cold.
I did. I did. Because I could pick up the phone and make
Yeah,
10 grand in my mind, right?
yeah.
It just
Whereas the
go, oh,
database is more long-term relationship branding,
mm-hmm.
you know, more of
Mm-hmm.
an asset
It's an
long-term
asset.
than
Yep.
your immediate income. The key is to do both. So if someone wants to shift and like, all right, I got to take my database more seriously. Here's my first question for you, which is what we wrote in the webinar. I'll put this here. How, misspelling, I'm sorry. How do I rebuild my database for warm relationships, not cold leads? Where does someone start when they need to take their database seriously?
Well, I think anybody, listening to this, like there's key aspects of this. So these are, I don't know if I numbered them. I don't think I did, but there's first is you got to audit every step of the business because everybody's real estate business, there's these key pillars. So write them down, you guys. I'm a nerd. I always have a notebook, get my little magic nuggets. So the first thing is the first and foremost, time management. Because if you're going to do all this database stuff or cold calling or whatever, everything starts with your time management. How are you managing your time? It's one of you. And when it was just one of me, I had to do all the jobs. I was the realtor, I was the marketer, I was the ISA, I was the person in the field putting out the signs. So, first, it's time management. Second is audit your prospecting. What does that look like? Because, database or cold calls, you have to prospect, you have to talk to people. So, I would audit that 1 through 10. 10, I'm a rock star. I could teach the course on prospecting. 1, what is prospecting? So, where are you? Rank yourself. Next is a system, past client sphere of influence. That's a system. So time management, prospecting, past client system. Lead follow-up, that's your system. Audit it. Pre-qualifying, your listing presentation, pricing property, handling objections, closing skills, rank yourself, negotiating contracts, how good are you, working with buyers, your admin and staffing, customer service, business planning, tracking your numbers, scripts and development, mindset, your goal setting, money management, and then understanding personality styles. Literally, that is the crux of my business. So yes, start with you want to audit your database, but there is so many more pillars, depending on who's listening, whether you're new or old, those are the pillars of the business. So I would go through and audit them. But the first thing I would do is your CRM is a daily revenue generator. So it's like, how do we audit the list? Who knows me? Who trusts me? Who would take my call right now? Because I promise you, there's probably clients that you have that would be like, "Who's this again?" "Oh, I bought, I bought with you 5 years ago. Don't you remember me?" No, you haven't reached out since 5 years ago. So it's hot, warm, nurture. Like, who are the VIPs? We just did a Wicked event. So Wicked just, Wicked movie came out. We took our top 5 agents and we took their top 250 clients, the ones who sent them the most referrals. And we literally went back and said, "Hey, you guys gave us the most business, supported our business. Now we want to, love on you guys." We rented out 2 movie theaters and just spoiled them. And that was easy to do because they were ranked with hot, warm, nurture, or VIP. And so our VIPs are the ones that we spend the most time with. And I think that's the key. It's like ranking them on their warmth of, do they know you? Do they like you? Do they trust you? And have they sent you a referral? And feel free to add what you think, Frank, because you're talking to thousands of clients all the time on this.
Let's break that down.
Yeah.
VIP is better than hot.
Yes.
Okay, so
VIP
so
is like,
so VIP is one,
yep.
then hot, then warm, then nurture.
Yep.
If I got to rebuild my database, I got to go through all of my relationships and I got to
Hmm.
basically classify them or tag them of
Hmm.
one of those four things. So can you give me a very specific definition of VIP that you use and your agents use?
So VIP to me would be somebody who knows you, likes you, trusts you, and has sent you a referral. Like they are supporting your business. Like they are truly your VIPs.
That's pretty
You know,
black and white. They sent you business.
they've sent you business. Like past client, yeah, they're a client that's used you, but are they a VIP? Like have they literally given you a client? So, hot, warm, and nurture. I mean, everyone can dissect their business however they want. Our team, I don't run the operations and the CRM. I'm going to give you guys a secret. If you ask me to break down all this stuff, I'm sure we have 52 other tags with follow up boss and all the things that they want us to do. But for me personally, mine was, this is a VIP client. They have given me a referral. I want to touch these people literally every quarter. I want to reach out to them and make sure that there's an emotional connection. I know their kids' names, I know their birthdays. Like I have that list of clients that, I'm watching their social media. Everything's very intentional. So in the daytime, I would be working on my business. At night, I'm building my empire. I'm looking on Facebook. I'm seeing if their dog died and sending them a card to say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Like it was very intentional at night that I was really focused on my top VIPs, if that makes sense.
So your top VIPs, you would just make a point to call them once a quarter.
Once a
They
quarter.
sent you a referral, and you would have like a full brief on each of them of knowing about them personally.
Yes.
Is there anything
Everything.
that you use to help create that brief, like any type of questionnaire or anything structured?
So you guys will laugh at me again. I had a little index card file box. So I would just, alphabetically, like literally just write things on there. I'm a paper person, and I built a multi-million-dollar business on a card file box that Mike Ferry taught me years ago before CRMs and people were getting into their CRMs. I used that box. So I labeled it, just for lead follow-up, I labeled it January through December. and I would talk to a client, and let's say it's November right now. I would talk to a client, they're like, I'm not moving till the spring. I would write their name, Frank Klesitz. He wants to move in the spring, and this is his house, whatever. I would take that, it's end of November right now, and I would move that to January. So even though he said spring, I would move it to
And a half.
January. Yeah. In
Yeah.
January, I would say, hey, Frank, it's Tina. I know you're not moving to the spring, but hey, I wanted to let you know two homes in your neighborhood have sold, one for X and one for O. And literally, that means your property right now is right about here. I just wanted you to know because obviously I want to stay in front of them. So my job is not to ghost them. My job is to be in front of them and keep providing value. And so I would always use the sales around them to make an excuse to call them, if that made sense.
Yeah, you made a systematic task list that when you logged into your CRM, essentially it just gave you everyone to call that day. You just did it.
Exactly. Exactly. So as the market shifted, like what I always failed to do was go deeper, not wider. And so I don't want to chase people. I want to nurture people. I want to love them. I want to, we just did a client event and we had 8 listing conversations and already we've got made $80,000 from that event a few months ago because of I'm thinking about moving, or here's a referral from my sister. And so the fortunes in that follow-up of like, do they like me? Do they trust me? And do they know that they are a VIP client? I depend on them not only needing me when they need me, it's that if they hear the word real estate, it should trigger in their mind, oh my God, I have to call Tina. Because I would say to them, hey, if you hear anybody looking to buy or sell or whatever, please stop and literally connect me in that moment. Like you don't like that is everything to me. And I think we get so and I used to be this way. That's what I'm saying. This is from my own experience. We get so in our heads about asking for business. Oh, that's so gross. But my wealth manager literally just called me and he's like, hey, Tina, who do you know that you could connect me with? We saved you X amount of dollars this year. Can you give me 2 or 3 names of your friends that we could also do the same for? And because they did that for me, I literally racked my brain and I gave them 3 names because I know them, I like them, and I trust them. There is nothing that I'd
How to
rather
get
do than
whatever.
help support them.
You reminded me of a Jim Rohn quote that I'm going to
Mm.
post in the chat. It's a little 4-minute video, has 7 million views.
Uh-huh.
The topic is how to get whatever you want. And I just posted it in the chat for everyone, and it's about asking.
That's it. You got to ask. It's like, and we get in our heads, oh, I don't want to ask. I don't want to feel like I'm begging. You're not begging. It's not like you're asking them for money on the street, like, please give me $1. No, you're saying, did I do a great job for you? Yes. Could I give that same level of service to the people that you know? And here's where another mistake is made. A lot of times I see agents, they treat their friends and family way different than they treat a stranger. And so whenever I have, and I
How to
train on
get
this
whatever
now,
you want.
whenever I have a friend or a family member, I am upping my game 52 times over because how I treat them is how they're going to see and experience me. And I'll even say, hey, Frank, I know we're cousins, but I'm going to literally run you through the process that I use for every other buyer and seller because I want you to feel how I am with a stranger so you can then trust me enough to give out my name. Because if you treat a family member like a family member, like, oh, here, Frank, here's the paperwork, whatever. Yeah, I got you. And you don't explain your process, they're not going to trust, they'll use you maybe, but they won't trust you to refer you. So I think that's why, we always have to go back and ask our clients too. Hey, Frank, thank you so much for allowing me to serve you in this deal. Could you give me any feedback? Keep doing, stop doing, or start doing. You're a professional, Frank. You're my client, and obviously you're in a different industry. But is there anything that I could elevate my service where you would feel so much more comfortable referring me? What could I do better? Like, give your sellers and buyers that opportunity to give you feedback and know that you believe in excellence and there's always something you can do better. We mess up all the time and you get people pissed off at you and they're like, oh, this isn't happening. And I would say to them, Frank, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Obviously, there's a kink in our system, but the fact that you're going through this and you can help me navigate this and get our systems better, you may have to have the trouble, but you're going to make this process so much better for others. So because you're a professional, can you give me some feedback and see where we could have gone better in this? And now you've diffused it. They're helping you navigate it and make it better. They feel special. And again, you might get a referral instead of an angry client that you end up taking off your list. You're like, oh, that guy hates me. Take him off the list. Why? Let's make it better. Let's give him some value. So,
Yeah, this is wonderful. Let's recap what everyone's learned so far. So you first started off by going through the 21 points of a system to build a very strong business. I posted those points in the chat.
oh, good. You took notes. I love that.
Yep, they're all there for everyone.
You're great.
Then, once you have the basics of time management and prospecting, because none of this is going to happen, that you covered the behaviors first. And then we went into, okay, I have time to make calls. I'm going to do it. Who should I call? Well, you're going to be calling your past clients and centers of influence. And you're going to start. Here's the takeaway. There's no need to go deep into VIP hot, warm nurture. Let's just
Mhm.
focus on VIP,
Yeah.
purpose of the webinar today. And you define that as anyone who has sent you a referral. Maybe you can go a little bit farther than that if you run out. People left you a positive review.
Maybe that. Yeah. You start there
Yep.
and you tell them they're a VIP. What does it mean to
Because
be a
because of
VIP?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have a plan to contact them every quarter with some type of valuable message with a phone call.
With a phone call. But then we're working with Viral, twice a month, we're sending them videos.
Yep. And
So
that's
it's
the
like,
next step.
okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reconnect video. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So before,
And
go ahead.
well, I was going to say some people will go, well, I don't know what to say. The best thing that we use, like some of the scripts that we use, a lot of times, again, what's in it for them? And I think we feel like we're begging, and so you have to give that value. So we'll say, hey, hey, Frank, we were thinking about you. I wanted to let you know I've got some great vendors who will save you a lot of money because they do high volume with call group. And so if you have a renovation project that you're thinking of between now and whenever spring, just reach out. I'd love to help because these people save us a lot of money. And so that's like triggers in their mind a conversation. Maybe you talk about a kitchen renovation and they're like, man, a kitchen costs 150,000, 175,000. Maybe I'll just move. And so it's those things like you're trying to deliver a service and then that opens conversation. Or, hey, Frank, it's Tina. Oh my gosh, it's been a couple years. I was just calling to let you know that your equity has gone to here. And so, have you ever thought about investing your equity into another wealth building asset for retirement? Well, no, I haven't. What do you have? Well, gosh, we have a lot of investments. So, repositioning the equity, you're like a financial planner kind of for them. Like you're their source of real estate knowledge. And I think sometimes we throw people in houses and then we wait until they're ready to call us again, which could be 10 years. Like, why not call them and say, hey, have you ever thought about investing? I mean, all of us as realtors go to investment groups. We want to put our money somewhere. I think the shift that I had this year, Frank, which I haven't done yet, which I will, it's our plan for 2026, is when we think about these past client events. I had a past client that asked me, and she said, I'm in sales. I said, I know you are. And she said, how come you never invite me to any of your sales, like basically your inspirational meetings where you have all these speakers come in? I was like, why don't I invite her to all those things? Like, how stupid of us. So this year, we're going to make it a thing to invite, like I do working genius assessment. People do disc assessment, strengths finder. Imagine having your past clients bringing their teenagers in that are age 15 to 19 doing their strengths finder working genius and helping them get prepped for college. Now you're helping a family like literally with real people problems, not just real estate. So whatever you're interested in, I mean, you could have a gardening club, or we're all going to pot plants. We're all going to make candles. Like anything you're interested in, invite your clients. I love self-development. And this year it's going to be how do we help our clients self-develop? Do you think you'll make extra VIP clients that way? 100%. 100%.
I've never heard of Working Genius. I Googled it and put it in the chat.
It's amazing. I'm a facilitator. It's changed my life. It's changed my organizational
Let's
structure. We'll do that at the next webinar, Frank.
what a what a wonderful thing to invite past clients to.
Yes. Yeah, because
Yeah,
like my son was like, I don't know what I want to do in college. We did his working genius. He is geared towards sales, towards people, towards relationship.
of
Like
course.
he just knows now, like he's not going to go be a coder. Like that's not for him. So kids, especially and parents too, it helps marriages. I've done working genius and people will literally email me and say, you just saved my marriage. I know my husband when he does these things, he's not doing them to me. He needs this. And oh my God, I didn't see it. And they'll feel bad. So imagine not only giving them a paint contractor, but maybe you help them save their marriage. Could you imagine how valuable you're going to be to your past clients? Like, how dumb of me for all these years not to pour into my people. They're my people.
Let me go back and deeper on this
Yeah.
VIP list and we'll get into the marketing side.
Yeah.
So building the VIP list, we give you a standard for it, contact them quarterly. And I
Hmm.
was actually writing down, I was trying to get 4 reasons to call the database, which you were giving. So here's the top three. Here's three that you gave, at least the ones that I caught. Tina's top reasons to call your VIP customer list. Here's
Hmm.
three. I have a list of vendors for you. They're good, they're vetted, they're going to take care of you. Maybe you're thinking about a renovation. Two, hey, updating your home equity. I see, here's what it is. Maybe are you interested in investing? I want to see maybe if you're interested in investing in the home equity, right, Tina? And then
Yep.
third, invite them to an appreciation event. Um, come to a working genius seminar
Yeah.
teaching. For everyone else besides the working genius, which is a great idea, is there another in your intuition, what's like the best appreciation event that you've done that you can recommend to the audience to create?
So we just our biggest event is fall at the farm. So we go to like a pumpkin patch and you get all I mean we had 450 people come to our pumpkin patch event. Like 450 people. It cost us $18,000, but we had sponsors
Vendors.
for all of it. I think it cost me 4,000 out of pocket. And that's where we've already made 80,000 from that event, knowing what conversations we had. So you got to track them. But again, they just want to get together. Like they will come. People actually come for pie events. Like who would pick up a pie? A lot of people. So it's those things that here's why I didn't do them, Frank. I also didn't do them because I was a solo agent. And it was overwhelming for me to think to have a past client event. That's why I liked viral so much in the beginning because I was getting and we'll get there, but I was getting my videos sent out to them and I was omnipresent until I wasn't. And I stopped doing viral and now we're doing it again. But I think it was because I didn't feel like I had the support, but it would have behooved me to actually hire even a support team to plan and launch the event around my daily efforts even if it was just a one and done, like, hey, I'm going to hire temporary teamwork, temporary labor to help me launch this event, it would have been worth it. But I just didn't think because I always said everything has to be on me. I didn't know how to leverage.
You
And
know,
I
for those of
missed.
you for those of you recruiting agents, and one of your value propositions of why someone should come work for your team is we employ an event planner.
Hmm. Yeah.
Here's the
I mean,
calendar. Here's your reason
hello.
to make calls.
The
Sign me
event
up.
the event planner would have cost me another 3 grand, and I would have been able to just show up at my events
Yeah.
and just kiss the babies and hug the people and love on them. And I missed all those years, like literally years and years of not loving on my people.
So a pie event is basically you just buy a bunch of pies at your office and people come to you to come get one and starts a conversation. And you can
Exactly.
Google that. It's a very popular
That's
uh,
a popular one. There's
event.
Santa Claus,
Yeah.
do the photos with Santa. All those things are typical.
Give
Field
me
day, you could do field day. There's so many, so
give
many.
me one more reason. One more reason for someone to call their VIP list besides the three that you gave so far.
So we talked about valuation. We talked about
Yep. Vendors,
I mean,
home
I
value,
think the
and
other
appreciation
reason
event.
is you ask for a referral. That's the main one, right? Like I'm giving you, so it goes value, 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 ask, value, value,
Ask for a
value,
referral.
ask, right?
Mhm.
So you say, hey, you support my business. Did I do a great job? Yes. Hey, Frank, who else in your family can I help? It is not that hard of a line. Like I'm asking to help people. I'm not saying give me money. I'm not begging for handouts. I'm asking for that. But there's got to be a system, to do it. Obviously, you've got to have that carved out in your time management and get through your contact list, right? If you do 5 a day or 3 a day, depending on how many people you have in your database, right now we have, thousands of past clients. If I were the only one that was calling them, it would be hard one on one. But if you are selling 10, 15, 20 homes a year for the last 5 years, like there is no excuse for you not to be touching these people once a quarter, at least minimum.
So that is definitely a system
Yes.
to making sure these people are called every quarter. How many do you have on your VIP list?
I mean, right now I'd have to look. I mean, because all of our clients, so all of our agents have their VIP list. So just 5 agents, we had 250 people on their VIPs. So divide that by. 250 divided by five. I'm sure some had a few more than others. But what, 25 or no, what would that be? 50? I'm bad at math. 50?
Okay, so
200.
you're
Yeah,
looking
50
you're looking
people.
at about 50 people for an agent, 30 people for an agent,
50
just to
and
give someone an idea.
like our top agent sold, let's say she sells about 50 to 60 homes a year. She's been with us 7, 8 years. I mean, if she's got 400 or 500 clients or whatever it is, I mean, she picked the top 50. So it's not everyone. It's just the ones that you truly had a connection with. They love you. It's easy for them to refer because then, when you bring them to in a group, they all talk about you, right? Or the team or whatever, and then you're just front of mind. And then you've got to really ask for what you want. Like, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I supported you through your craziness of finding your home. I delivered the dream of home ownership, and you guys are delivering and keeping me in business by delivering the referrals. And referrals are what keep us alive. And I don't think we say it enough. I think we're embarrassed to say it. I don't really hear agents saying it enough. Even our agents. I'm like, did you ask for a referral? No, I didn't. Why not? That's your job.
Well, this is the last question I want to ask you when it comes to the prospecting side of the database. So we'll get into the marketing. So, how did you lead the change? I mean, 50 people on the team?
There's
How
50
did,
people on the
okay,
team.
how did you as a team owner lead the charge for everyone to build a VIP list and actually call it? Maybe coming off the easy times and the leads just coming along, you can chase the warm leads that come in. How did you initiate that change through organization, make it part of your culture?
Well, I think that, when you look at COVID, everything happened so fast and it was just landing in our lap. And so the minute the market started to shift, everyone felt it. And we just went back to the basics. I mean, we looked at our list and okay, guys, we got to go back to prospecting. We got to go back to past clients and sphere. We've got to go back and dig a little bit deeper. And I mean, when you're turning as a solo agent, it's pretty easy. It's okay, I'm going to do this today. When you're turning the Titanic, it's slowly. So I think it's just incorporating and monitoring, hey, in your one-on-ones weekly with the agents, obviously we have a team now and we have sales managers and all the fun things, is their accountability. What is your plan? And how are we going to execute the plan? Let's start with time management. We always start with time management. Everything you want to do in life, you're going to have to say no to other things. And so I think, a lot of us, we say yes to so many things and then we don't become the master of any. And so if you really look at how you're growing your business, I grew mine first by prospecting heavily, and I grew a multi-million dollar business with expireds and FISBOs. But that was my one thing. And then when I stepped out of that and went, oh God, I'm the only one really doing it this way. The rest of the team is not doing it this way. We had to step into one thing, which was let's get really good with our past clients. So we had our touch system. We're always inviting them to things. So we have the email that goes out to invite them, the video that goes out to invite them, the postcard that goes out to invite them, the phone call that goes out to invite them. That's the invite. Then as the weeks go by, it's like, hey, I'm just following up. Are we going to see you there? Are you still coming? Like, so there's all these touches. And yes, they take time and you don't see the immediate result. But I think that's the problem that people have is they want to see an immediate result. And when they don't see it, they just stop or do nothing. And I promise you, there is a result there. And the result of doing nothing is also your bank account is talking to you as
Windows.
well. It
Yeah.
dwindles, right? So, it's like I think agents want to talk to one person, get a referral, and then close that deal. That's not how it works. Like you just got to be omnipresent, constant drips,
Well,
and over
let's
time it builds.
move into that. So I think we delivered on the two things that we wrote up in the webinar is how to rebuild your database from warm relationships. We discussed that. And then how to organize your list. We just went deeper into the first category of VIP today. So you always know who to contact next. And we also shared what to say. So
Yes.
for the 30 minutes here for a webinar, done. We delivered.
Mhm. We
Let's move on.
delivered.
We delivered. That's the number one complaints of webinars is, you show up and it's not what you promised. And I always want
Yeah.
to make sure that we can deliver on that. All right. So
Yeah.
how to use video. Let's talk about now going from the one-to-one. And now let's complement that, not replace it. Let's complement, the foundation of the 21 point system.
hmm
Then we talked about building a VIP list and calling 4 times a year. Now let's talk about how to complement all that with some marketing. What do you do for that?
So I think, if I look at my video presence 6 and 7 years ago, there wasn't much. Like I didn't have a big social media following. I didn't have a big social media presence because I was typical, like most agents. Oh, I don't like my voice. I don't like the way I look on camera. Oh, look at that little dent in my nose. Like I was avoiding the camera. And I think that was such a crutch because now that I haven't avoided the camera and that I've gotten in front of it and my crappy video is going to outdo the video that you've never done. That's my mindset is I just got to get it out there. Now clients will say, "Gosh, you're everywhere. I see you everywhere. I see your ads. I see you online. I see you." A lot of my clients will say, "You're recruiting all the agents." So they think it's cool. Like there's no message to market mismatch. They know I have a brokerage and a team. They know I have a lot of agents working for us, and they know we're a top team in the area. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think a lot of agents they're too afraid to like put a lot of content out there because they're trying to be everything for everyone. It's like just be who you are. Like let people know I'm a business owner. I'm growing my team. I sell homes and I love to garden, whatever it is. You just got to be yourself and people will cheer you on. The right VIP clients that love you and trust you will totally use you. So I think video is key. It's not social media anymore. Social media was created with AOL and the dial-up to talk to people. Now it's not social media, it's marketing media. And if you're not marketing with that little camera in your hand, you're going to be left behind. And AI is not going to do it for you because nobody likes those weird AI fake videos. Like we all make them for fun. But I don't know about you. I would not want to be sitting here talking to an AI Frank Klesett. Sorry, just wouldn't.
Deep fake. Yeah.
It'd be weird, right? Or what
Yeah.
if I showed up and I was AI? Like, sure, I could download my brain, but it's more fun to be in the moment, mess up, whatever, or be able to pick someone's brain without it being a robot. So I think the more real you are in this next phase of whatever the world is going to, I think real is going to win. Hard work is going to win. Plumbers, electricians are going to kill it. Gary Vee said, I agree, because my electrician, we're redoing our house. They're making a killing right now because AI can't show up and rewire my kitchen. Like it's just not going to happen. So you got to get on video.
So let's maybe go a little deeper. I can add some points here.
Yes, you can.
Maybe a little bit.
Pretty good
Uh,
at this.
maybe what you should send out. So let me
Yes.
give you a good answer, a great answer. Here it is. So here is a 36 touch marketing plan
Hmm.
to stay in better touch with your database. And we find 36 is pretty much the point of diminishing marginal returns. You could certainly do more. This is a great place to kind of home base. And what we found here at Viral, um, that right blend is two long form educational videos a month going out through all media, social media, email, what have you. And then one direct response offer to try to get someone to reply back or opt in that maybe has the problem that you solve.
Hmm.
So I posted the link here. You guys can see that. So for November, well, we're kind of near the end of November.
Hmm.
Let me give you December's topics. Should I sell my home during the holidays? How many times have you gotten that question, Tina?
A lot.
So there's demand, right?
Yep.
That's a great topic. Hey, it's
Great topic.
December. Should I sell my home? Let me give you the answer. All right. And the other one we brought up for December is how can I find a 4% assumable mortgage?
Mm,
And you could do that.
good one.
That's the
Yes,
one
you
we
can.
put together. Those are the two videos that you would shoot and record and send those out. And then the lead campaign, that kind of offer for immediate response that we find that works pretty well in December is get a free pre-listing renovation assessment. If you're thinking about selling in the spring or next year and you want to sell for top dollar and your home might be a little bit dated, maybe even damaged, well, we could send a contractor out and someone that knows what we should improve. We also know what modern buyers want in the home. And we could put together a little remodeling plan, not too expensive. Maybe we even lend you the money for our concierge service to do it. But to make sure that your home meets the needs of the modern buyer where it's perfect, because perfect homes sell
Yeah,
right now.
they do.
And if you're interested in that renovation estimate, put your information in and someone in our team will contact you. That's that message.
I love it. I love
Mhm.
it. And it works. And it works. I mean, you
Mhm.
guys got it down to a science because obviously you work with a lot of agents. But the fun part is, I love how your team shows up and you don't have to think about what to say. You don't have to think about the subject matter because you guys are looking at everything throughout the years and seeing what matters most, what time. I mean, you're definitely like a little science lab back there, which
Thank
I
you.
love. Yeah.
Yeah, so audience, here you go. Those are some great topics. That is a wonderful nurture plan for your database, not just your VIP list, but also your hot, warms, and nurtures, let alone since it's digital, probably everybody in your CRM you can put on this,
Hmm.
as it's more one-to-many versus the one-to-one relationship building. And then maybe let's just talk a little bit how to shoot a video. So let's say
Hmm.
you have a script, maybe you use AI, what have you, to like write out a plan of what you're going to say for these topics. I'm going to give you guys a script worksheet actually. I'll put it here in the chat. There you have it. That's where you write what's the plan for the video content. It's all there for the script. Okay. And for the sake of time, we're not going to go too deep on this. But one of the things when you're, okay, I got a topic for a video, then it's like, oh my goodness, what do I say? What's the hook? What's the
Yeah.
story? What's the key points? What's the YouTube title? What's the description? What's the hashtags? What do I post on social media? You plan that all out in this document I sent you.
Yeah.
All right. So now it's time to shoot it. Can you maybe share maybe what you originally did and what you're doing now to actually sit down and make the content, Tina?
So, well, what I originally did was freak out, judge myself, over prepare,
Oh,
have a script. I remember I actually should find it, Frank. You'll laugh, but it was one of the first videos I did with you guys. And I literally had the script on, sticky paper behind me. I looked like a weirdo. Like I was just weird. And I think we spend so much time overthinking how not to look stupid, and then we end up looking stupid. So it's like you almost just want to have it be very conversational, which your people help them do.
mhm.
Um, by asking a question and then you answering like a professional real estate agent because that is what you are. So don't make videos about things you don't know about. Make videos about literally if the video is just, hey guys, these are the top 3 questions I got this week from a client. Number one was this. Here's how I answered it. And just answer it. And that's it. And it's like just be yourself. If you mess up, keep going because I think that makes it look more real when people like mess up and keep going. And just have some fun with it. And the more you do it, now I'm like, where's the camera? Let's go. Like here, just put it in my face and let's go. Um, and as long as you're hitting those key points. So if you want anything behind you, it's my key points. Let me make sure I touch on the hook, the problem, how we solve it, and then the call to action. Like there's just, it's not that hard now, but I've done it a lot, so it's just easy. And I enjoy it now. I love it. I'm like, just, yeah, let's go
You're
set
very
a
good at
date.
it. You built
Yeah.
your skill at it.
Well, it's
Well, let
one to
me,
many, which is great too, right? I'm not like doing cold calls anymore. We still do them. Our team does them, but there's more ways to skin a cat.
well, let me share with everyone here when it comes to shooting a video of how I could create a ton of anxiety and panic attack in Tina.
Hmm.
Is I would say, hey, Tina, you're going to shoot a 1 hour video on this topic.
Yeah.
Go shoot it and go manage to get a 1 hour video together.
Like you did today with the webinar.
Well,
We're going
no,
to do
I
a webinar.
but I made it easier. I said, hey, instead
Yes,
of you
you did.
having to sit down and shoot it,
Yeah,
why don't you show up and let's have a conversation?
exactly.
And how much easier is this? I mean, you're 40 minutes in your video,
Yep.
right? And your true
Agreed.
personality is coming through, and it's much more easy. And that's the lesson I want to share with everyone here is that when it comes time to create content, it's much easier if someone's having a conversation with you and is kind of your director and your guide, your thinking partner through it. And that's what we do with you at Viral is we actually get on camera with you, whether it's on your phone or it's through a webcam, and the technology is only getting better.
Yes.
Um, and we're on Zoom right now. Hey, the quality's great, but
Hmm.
there's a better tool that you can use to record super high quality video content. It's called Riverside. I'm going to put it here in the chat.
It's amazing.
You use it. Tell everyone about Riverside and how that works.
Yeah, Riverside, it's easy. Number one, the quality is amazing. You can do so many things now with the AI, but yeah, I would never shoot on Zoom anymore. If you look at, I built a YouTube channel with 33,000 subscribers, and my best videos are crappy Zoom videos. They're so fuzzy, they're so grainy, and now it's like you've got Riverside, which is it's simple And the before and afters, when you look at Zoom compared to this, there's no comparison.
Yeah.
And I'm not very like techie, so if I can do it, anyone can do it.
So you have your database, you have
Hmm.
your topic that's been given to you,
Yep.
you have some type of script plan that's outlined
Yep.
and given to you. And now it's time to record. You get your cell phone, which looks great, or you get yourself a nice webcam. I'll
Hmm.
give everyone, if you want like a real nice webcam, the one that I'm using. Where is it? Oh, they changed. Of course, they changed their website. Hang on. It is the face cam. Here it is.
I'm using my MacBook webcam,
Yeah. Well, for
which is
200, here's the deal. This is pretty cheap for $200, which
yeah,
is
that
not
is
much.
no.
You can get a top-notch, webcam
Hmm.
and look phenomenal. Isn't that great?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So the tools have gotten cheaper, and then you sit down with someone that's on Riverside and interviews you, and now you have your footage
Yep,
that your real personality is coming through.
absolutely.
And now, real quickly, let me just kind of go through the editorial process. And this is what it is. Footage goes to an editor. They make it look nice. Thumbnail goes on your YouTube channel. Great. Maybe a complimentary short that's extracted or is a part of the video. Then it goes up on your website as a blog post with a complimentary article. Then it gets emailed out to your whole database. Then it gets posted on your Facebook business page, LinkedIn business page, Instagram, and even your Google My Business, which I think is like the most important one, to be honest with you. That's on the right
Hmm.
hand side when someone Googles you.
Yep.
And then it even can go on a postcard with a QR code and mailed to your VIP list. That's definitely who I would send it to
Yes, it
every
can.
month. And then you can also take that video and upload it to Facebook or Meta, put a couple bucks into it, and retarget it to your database and all your website visitors so more people see it. And that editorial process is what you do to get the content out, going from one to one to one to many. But it starts with those first things in the beginning of having your list, having a plan of what the cadence of the content is, what you've been given, knowing what to say in the video, which AI can certainly help you with that, given the script. Then probably ultimately sitting down with someone and recording it, which is so much easier to do now with Riverside and the video cameras now than having to like
Mm.
go, drive into the office and go into the green screen room with the cameras. There's too much friction there for a lot of people. This
A
makes it
hundred
easier.
percent. 100%. And it's nice because, you have that person that is like I've got Haley tomorrow and she's already emailed. It's like a coach, so she's like, here's what we're going to record tomorrow. And if these sound good, I'll draft some questions to prompt us and then we'll be ready to go. Like I want to show up and perform now. I don't want to do all the logistics. And I think that's what I love about Viral is that they're basically coaching you through it. You have accountability, which I know some of you on this call need some accountability,
Mhm.
and that consistency is what matters. Not so much exactly what you're saying. It's that they're seeing your face twice a month, twice a month, twice a month. And we're also using it for recruiting, right? We're
Yeah,
we're using it to drip to our database for agents and agent attraction. So you can use it for both, which we, plan on doing. So yeah, I think if you master this system and you stay consistent 2, 3 years, like you're gonna be able to see who opens your video, who watches it, how long they've watched it, and then I don't know if you touched on this, Frank, but we can go back and then start talking to those people who actually watched your entire video. Like if that doesn't
well,
give you,
that's next.
oh, okay, well there you go. I'm
Yeah, you
still
nailed
a
it. You know the
responder.
system. Yeah, no,
I
this
know
is
the
where you
system.
come in.
Yeah,
I know you do. Well, you are very systems focused. When Mike Ferry gave you
very systems.
the the sales system,
The plan. Yeah.
you're like, man, this is great. And then you want to complement it with a marketing system, which is what we're talking about now. And for what it's
Everything
worth,
is a system. If you don't like everything is a system. And yes, Nicole, you need accountability to just follow through with that system. But that's what you guys do is give us that accountability because now like I could cancel on Haley tomorrow, but then I could cancel again. And then she'd be like, what is up? Like you're spending all this money and you're giving us your money. What, and you need that because you need someone to call you out and be like, I need your videos. Now, what I also love to do is batch them. I told Haley, I said, I'm not a I need you every week wonder anymore. I might be able to batch 10 videos and then you leave me alone till we need to go get those next 10, you know?
Mm.
But sometimes like you said, Frank, the market changes and we need to go with what's relevant versus just all, kind of
Yeah.
generic evergreen
Yeah.
content.
If you record the whole year up front, the
Yeah,
content becomes less relevant
correct.
versus
And I
getting like,
know, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Like you guys have tried that before too. I remember when you
We
fly
have,
people
yeah, we've
out,
flied people
you've
out.
tried
Yeah.
it all. But the reality is what is the reality?
I will tell you just as a tangent of doing this for 16 years, especially with AI and everything, the demand for more relevant content, almost where it's social commentary on social issues,
Yeah.
is very strong.
Yes.
And we are working with our processes to be able to like, without to honor the editorial process to turn it quicker and to
Hmm.
make things more relevant. And that's going to be the key. But ultimately, if I can give anyone the biggest step here is you're always creating content for your audience. What are the questions they are asking? Answer them, and you'll always stay grounded through what do I publish. Now, let's move on. So we got about 10 minutes left. So we
Real
talked
quick,
about,
Julia Olmsted said the recruiter link doesn't work.
oh,
FYI.
well, let's try it again. So
Julia
here,
will try it again.
if you're looking to recruit to your team
Hmm.
or your downline or your brokerage or what have you, or really what you're looking to do is build relationships with
Hmm.
other real estate agents that would value your advice. You could follow the same prospecting plan and reaching out to agents 4 times a year that you have relationships with and putting them on something like Viral with a
Hmm.
36 touch. And
Hmm.
I gave the topics there. The topics for December is how should I pay a showing assistant
Hmm.
and what will happen to real estate commissions in 2026. Interesting,
Very relevant.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
now how do we turn this all into business? This is you're publishing all this stuff, you're putting the stuff out there, you're social media and emailing. How does that turn into appointments?
Well, let me tell you.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was bad at this because I would do my videos twice a week or twice a month. And then Frank's team would send me the list, and I would be like, oh, that's cool. And I don't have time, and I did nothing with it. And then when I actually had help, and I would have my ISA look through. So you'll see who opened the video, how long they watched the video, if they clicked internal links in the video. And so all of those things to me show me the level of curiosity and the level of interest. So I'm going to hit and target the people that open the video, watch the video, and click the link. Like those are probably the hottest. They're like really into whatever I was saying. And then go down from there. And so I think that's it, again, we have to close the loop because it's not theory. It's like this is a system that works, but you got to work the system. And if you're going to invest in this, you can't just let that last pillar, that follow up, that follow
Yeah.
through fall to the wayside because it just, it won't work as well. So who are you going to, if you're not going to do it, pay someone to do it because you're already paying for the system. So pay somebody to do it and make sure that there's an accountability there.
What Tina's getting at is, you're putting this marketing out and hopefully people watch it and consume it and see it. And you could probably do a pretty good job of tracking who's watching it,
Hmm.
or even better, who puts their contact information to get it, which is even better. And they're not going to schedule their own appointments. Someone has to call them. Hey, I work for Tina Caul. I see that you maybe subscribed to her video. She sent someone out. She sent one out recently on, what she thinks is going to happen in the 2026 housing market. And she just called, asked me to call you to see if you have any interest in speaking with her or one of our licensed agents. If you're planning on moving, I could book that call for you. Would you have any interest in a free home selling or buying strategy call with us? What do you call it? I was actually interested. They're watching your stuff, right?
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
I'll post a link here. So one of the messages, hey, it's yours truly.
Ta-da.
Um, in November, we recommended our clients send out the fall 2025 home selling guide. Hey, clients, we just got done with our fall 2025 home selling guide. And actually, you can get that for free from Keeping Current Matters. They do a really nice job of the actual guide. Here's the link. And so Monique and our clients sent out an email to invite people to download it back to a landing page. It looks something like this, get my latest insights and tips to sell your home. Wouldn't you love to know who put their information in for this? Of course.
Hmm.
And you could see here she had 17 people in her database that she had an existing relationship put their information in for a free home selling guide. So she knew who to call to follow up to talk about selling.
Yeah.
That's how
And
you
I
turn
think
to appointments.
Yeah, and I think it's like thinking about the pain, like when you've got to be observant to what's going on in your community, what people are asking you, because typically your audience, your customer base, like they will tell you what they need from you, and you got to listen. And then when you're like, man, I've had that question 5 times this week or 5 times this month, maybe I should make a video about it because what one needs to know, they probably all need to know. And so I just got better at listening to what the pain was and then how I solved it. And that was it. What is the pain where they go, "Oh, me too. I'm having that pain." And how does Tina solve it? And or what is the information that I gathered because I'm in this industry that a homeowner would need to know, or buyer or seller or whatever. So I think that's the key is just really slowing down enough to pay attention. Or
Yeah,
pay
well,
attention to what you are looking for as a homeowner. Sometimes we forget that we also own homes. We also get challenged. We also can't find vendors. So like, what do I struggle with as a homeowner? What would I love from my agent? Like I would love a pet sitting service from my real estate agent. Maybe we should start that. I mean, all the little things you could do to add that service to a client. So put yourself in both shoes.
let me end here with like just some free, you know, would you guys like some messages that just generate seller leads like right now?
Yes, Frank, we would.
You just want to kind of cut the crap and give me the message. Like, what do I
Yes.
send out to get the lead?
They're
Let
already
me,
taking screenshots.
all right, here you go. Hey, would you like to know what your home is actually worth? I can tell you the online algorithms will give you an estimate based upon comparable home sales. I have MLS access. I know where the pendings are going. I know where the market's going. It changes. And I also can see inside the home the price and unique features. So if you'd like to know what your home's worth, let me know and I'll tell you. Hey, are you thinking of selling your home, but it's very confusing? It'd be when's the last time you sold a home? It's been many years. I do it every day. I'm teaching a workshop. It's at the library or it's a webinar. I'm going to go through all your home selling options and calm all your fears and make sure you make a great decision. Click here to get a free ticket to our upcoming home selling workshop. Hey, we just published our spring home selling guide. This is everything you know to prepare your home for sale. So it's fast, easy, painless, and it sells for most amount of money. It's totally free. And if you want to know what's going on with all of our insight, put your information to download it, and you'll be the smartest seller in the neighborhood. Hey, it's really hard to give personalized advice to a general audience. I know I've been sending you videos and writing you, but that doesn't necessarily meet your specific situation. It is free to talk to me. I only get paid if your home actually sells at the price and terms you want. So if you have any interest in a free real estate strategy call to actually make a plan when you're looking on buying or selling, just book a call right here on my calendar. Happy to talk to you and give you some really personalized advice for your situation to make sure that your transaction goes smoothly. Hey, you just want to sell your house without the hassle? I have a black book of buyers. I have investors. I have, companies and institutions that will buy your home. Might not be for the top market value, but at least it sets a floor on what your price can get. That's painless and easy. And if you want a free cash offer, I'll get them for you. I'll tell you what these guys will pay for your house. I'll go over all your options with you, as well as what a traditional listing would be at full market value to help you understand all your options. But it is free to get these offers. If you want to know what these guys will pay you, I'll tell you. Put your information in. I can keep going.
I mean, can you tell that he's done it before?
I can keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. But
But
this
but
is value add instead of like some of the
yeah,
crap that I see agents send. I'm like, no wonder nobody's opening your emails.
if you put if you lay down the foundation of some educational messages so people know, like, and trust you, and you complement that education with these direct response offers, it'll filter down people who you can call to get an appointment and do some business pretty quickly.
Agreed. Agreed. Well, I think then, and the other big thing is the more they do it, they will get more comfortable with it and they won't judge themselves so much. And it'll just become like riding a bike. Like just think about your first listing presentation to the one you can go on now. Like there's no fear in it because you've done it a million times. But my first one, I remember sweaty pits, puking. I had to bring someone with me. Like I didn't know what to say. It was awful. So it's like, I think it's just that. Like once they get over that and get in the rhythm, it's they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. So
Did I'm putting your email address in the chat. How can people get a hold of you? What can you offer an agent if they want to get more involved in your world?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of them know that I obviously have a team. So locally, I have a team. If they're struggling, we can 8x their income on our team. But we also have a nationwide network where we meet every week and we talk about this stuff. And so I love creating, millionaires that are around us, and we have created many that tap into our system. So if you're feeling alone, and you just want to build your business bigger, get in the right rooms. I mean, that's just it. Get with Frank, send some videos,
Yeah.
right?
That's like to offer anyone here that if you'd like to build some confidence of working with our firm, where you're a little bit hesitant of making a video or sending out these messages or sending an email to like literally everyone you know your whole life, I get it. It is anxiety inducing, let alone paying for it. So we
Mhm.
offer you a free trial. So if you call us up and you say that you're on Tina's webinar, hey, I want to take Frank up on this free trial to get maybe the free home selling guide email out to get some seller leads. We'll do the whole thing
Mhm.
for free.
And
Or,
who?
hey, we would like to make a video on Riverside with my phone or my webcam on is it a good idea to sell my home during the holidays? Right, Tina? We'll
Yep.
shoot it with you. We'll cut it. We'll put it together, no charge to help you build your confidence of maybe what it would be like to work with us or even do it on your own. So feel free to ask for that if you reach out to our company, you want to get involved. But Tina, great job today.
Well, no, and I was going to tell you, like, and I think people think this kind of stuff is really expensive. It is not expensive. Like you, I think your company charges a very
Yeah.
fair
Yeah,
price for.
we charge 2 grand to build out what you
Yep.
need, and then
Yep.
$725 a month
Yep.
to execute this. So it's on the pricing on the website. So it is affordable.
Yes.
And one of the things I am very proud of, and it takes a while to get your economics to this point, but our typical client books an extra 6 appointments from their database in the first 90 days. And
Hmm.
if you don't reasonably see that, it could really be for any reason. Within the first 90 days, we refund all of your money for any reason. So there's no risk of being out for marketing dollars, which is like the number one pain point of buying
Agreed.
marketing.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, you're awesome. I'm so happy everybody showed up today. Thank you guys. And you know where to reach us if you need us.
Thanks, everybody. We'll send out the replay. Tina, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Hey, everyone.
Frank. Happy Thanksgiving.
Later.